Hey, welcome back to Up with Krim. Check this out. These are the pictures of Mike and Rhiannon Nilson. Mike was a Gonzaga basketball player who helped pave the way for the team's beginning of their 22-year run in the NCAA Tournament.
And Rhiannon was a cheerleader that same year in 1999. And this morning, the couple is joining us on air to talk about that famous year. So we want to say good morning to Mike and Rhiannon. Thanks so much for joining Up with Krim.
Hey, thanks for having us.
I want to jump right in, you two. We've been calling you to the power couple. Let's talk about your story a little bit and how the two of you met that year.
Well, I'll let her tell it. She actually gets more of the details correct.
Gosh, it sounds like such a horrible cliche, like a cheerleader dating a basketball player, but it wasn't that bad. I caught eyes on him, and I just, he has like a really tough game face. We were just talking about it last night. So he looked kind of like a bad boy, but I liked that. And so I told my friend to hook us up, and at the same time, he told his friend to hook us up. So we both thought we were being really clever. But yeah, so we met. Rest is history.
It was probably a good thing we started dating, because then I could at least pay attention to the game instead of watching her on the baseline. Wondering, like, you know who I am? She's looking at me. So I think Coach Few is probably happy that we finally connected.
He used to take the ball out of bounds where I was on the sideline, and he'd be like, "Hey, can I get your number?"
That's so good. I want to ask you, too, obviously you met during a time that was, you know, the beginning of something that I would imagine neither of you would have ever predicted would happen with Gonzaga in this gigantic streak that started. What's it been like for you now to watch the growth of the program?
Well, I've been so lucky because I'm the head strength coach at Gonzaga, so I get to see the guys and see the coaches on a daily basis. And it's been amazing, not just to see the level of talent that's come through, but the way that they play together and the quality of people they get. They haven't sacrificed that Zags, toughness. They're just a great human being that have played the program. So I think that's my favorite part of this team, that as the level of basketball rises, I think that level of character has stayed the same.
And I want to ask the both of you, what is, watching the Zags play on the national stage and getting this exposure, people are getting to see and really what the Zags and Spokane is all about. Talk about just how special it is to be a part of the Zag family.
Well, I think that's exactly it. It feels like family. It still feels like we're a part of it, and I think that's something the university does great. Like when we went to the Final Four last time, I just feel like the whole program made sure they knew how important it was, that this was something that all of us had achieved. Like, just all along the way, it takes all of those people to make this happen. And I think the university and the coaches are just so grateful and appreciative to everyone who came before. And they really instill that in all the players. So it does feel like a family. And we always, every year, feel like we're a part of it too. Like, it's as exciting now as it was then.
I want to ask you to also, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, Coach Hughes done a great job of that. One of my favorite memories was in the Final Four, or wherever that was a couple years ago. The night before their biggest game, there was probably 20, 30 of us basketball alumni that waited outside their film room, and he had arranged it. So after film session was over, we all walked through. And that was so cool to see how he made us feel a part of the game. And as we walked through, the current team stood up and gave us a standing ovation. And I thought, man, these guys are about to play the biggest game of their lives, and they're cheering for a bunch of old guys. And so I think that's a huge tribute to the coaching staff of how they still connect the alumni and keep that tradition alive.
Well, we know the two of you are pulling for Gonzaga to beat UCLA, but I want to ask you two one more personal question. Obviously, you met on the sidelines of the court. Have you got any other sort of things that you've woven into your relationship related to Gonzaga, like any unique kid or pet names or anything like that?
Well, one cool thing is we built the house and put a basketball court in the garage, and when they were redoing the Martin Center where I played, the court where the Zags used to play, they redid the scoreboards. And so I was able to take the scoreboard down and put it in the garage. And then we have, when they pulled up the new McCarthy Center floor, I was able to take that floor and we made like a little desk out of it. So we have some cool traditions, some memories from actually back in the 90s, which is kind of fun to have in the new house.
That is so fun. Yeah, Zags through and through. All right, well, we want to thank you for joining us this morning on Up with Krem, and go Zags. All right, thanks for being here, you guys.
Go Zags.
Go Zags. We'll be right back.